The Seymour River Suspension Bridge is the most recent suspension bridge in the Metro Vancouver area. And although it is new, its origins go back more than a century in the Lower Seymour Conservation Reserve.
Around 1907, the population of Vancouver was increasing. There was a need for more potable drinking water. And they looked up into the Seymour Valley and recognized it as a really good place to get some good clean water. So they built the original bridge in 1908 to use for the pipes to cross.
The bridge had its grand opening in June 1909. Later, a second crossing was added, and the area became known as Twin Bridges, a name that stuck even after the first bridge was removed. It was a vital link for walkers and cyclists to get across the river. But that all changed in 2014.
December 7th, 2014, there was a significant rock slide about 800 meters downstream from the bridge crossing. It partially blocked the river, and the river backed up, creating a large pond behind it.
The massive rock slide took everyone by surprise. Megan Kobich was the area's operations foreman on that day.
I walked out and went onto the bridge, and it's normally maybe let's say around 30 feet down to the water. It was all the way up, touching the bottom of the bridge.
We hired an engineer to look at the bridge and the safety of it, and they determined that the bridge couldn't withstand those high flows and the debris coming down and jamming up against the bridge. So we had to remove the bridge at that time. From a social perspective, the bridge eliminated a really crucial crossing for the public to go back and forth across the North Shore.
The planning and construction of the replacement bridge had to consider the needs of both people and nature.
It is a sensitive ecosystem. A lot of the ecosystem we see around us is unique in this area. We did sweeps every day where we have an active construction site. We would have the crews go ahead and do sweeps looking for amphibians and small mammals that couldn't necessarily get out of the way on their own. We wanted to minimize impacts of sedimentation and construction into the river, so we've achieved that through careful erosion sediment control methods.
Measures were also taken to ensure that nesting birds would not be disturbed by the project.
To deter the potential for birds to nest, we used some fake hawks and owls and deployed those in the trees in and around the construction site.
A suspension bridge design was chosen so that the structure could be much higher than the last bridge, essentially eliminating the chances of it becoming flooded again. And setting it back further from the edges of the river lessened environmental impact on sensitive areas. Even the temporary crossing that was installed to facilitate the construction project was designed to minimize damage to the ecosystem.
SureSpan in this case used a bunch of counterweights and just pushed the bridge across the river from the one side, and were able to land it on the far side of the river. Didn't have to get a huge crane in here to lift the structure across the span, so very unique.
The Seymour River Suspension Bridge opened in December 2018, 109 and a half years after the opening of the original bridge in this location.
We've designed it with a 2.5 meter width, and we felt that was sort of the minimum we need to accommodate the various user groups, including the horse riders, the bikers, the hikers, the walkers.
I'm personally excited that the bridge is back in. It's been out since 2014. The public is really looking forward to getting back into their regular routines of crossing the bridge. It's going to be a feature. It's going to look good in this setting.